This land should be with its people and water. This land should be decided for by the Atom and generational neighbors, and we should be ready to do right by their leadership.
Tonight, we are especially rejoicing and appreciative that the invocation will be given by Logan Phillips, Tucson's poet laureate.
Good evening. Recently, I was asked to write a poem for a special piece of land. And look, every poem is impossible before it's written, but especially this one. All the more reason to write towards it. So here are some notes for a poem for the land. Between the base of Tucson and the Rio Santa Cruz, at the highest point, there is a palo verde growing, watered only by rain, 4 years old and over 5 feet tall. This land holds vowels of coyote song at dusk, holds laughter of children as a horned lizard squeezes between their fingers. This land holds injury and injustice of those who came before us, holds connection of river to mountain, water to earth. This land holds ancestral ties to our deepest history, holds allá por donde corremos los caballos, como dicen, allá por donde escribimos los poemas, todas juntas, muchas estrofas pues. This land, sunset shadow, buffalo grass volcano, verdant top minnow, future window, fist and song, fox, javelina, water flow, to right from wrong. Even the name Tucson claims comes from this place where so much has already been taken, a whole village taken from its people, clay taken for bricks, alluvium for cement, black rock to build blocks of homes, a wall around the university, even the face of the mountain, taken, branded with a logo. This land has already been written on again and again. A poem for the land shouldn't be another settlement. A poem for the land, what a trap. To fall into hubris, thinking that it's mine to write. The only poem I want to write is rain for others' poems to grow from. A poem for the land, land called sacred, land called dump. How we treat this land says everything about what we believe in. So let the poem say, after the rain comes a new leaf. After violence comes the healing. So let this poem remind me of the work of my life, which is to help heal the wounds that I did not create, but have benefited me my entire life. So just who do we think ourselves to be? You know, we'll find out when our children are standing with their children on the banks of the Santa Cruz, looking up at this mountain. The story that they will tell is the story we write tonight, tomorrow, next week, all this year. And yeah, por Dios, let the poem be a little very grandiose. Maybe you're as bored as I am of the mundane of hearing what's impossible, impossible, impassable, as if we weren't the ones living here, as if the future were somehow not in our hands which will shake, embrace, rise to fists, but this particular world is ours to make. The birthplace of our past is the birthplace of our future, and if we are alive, we will never stop being born. So the poem would have to remind us not to leave it up to someone else, not to pass the buck, not to duck the moment. We are needed here, every one of us. And actually, it can't be done without every one of us. Nos agarramos bien fuerte al milagro, seguir nuestro legado, to trust enough to land trust. Only we can save us in this time of ruin and bloom, at this site of injury and opportunity, disabled ecology. I could never write this poem myself. This is so many voices speaking. This is us being better than the dumbest ideas of our past, our most violent ignorances, red-lined imaginations. This land should be with its people and water. This land should be decided for by the Atom and generational neighbors, and we should be ready to do right by their leadership. And this, my friends, is the blessing. The work that we're willing to do is the blessing, is the deepest gift. So there's this poem I'm trying to write, and I need your help to write it. So please let me know what you all think it should say.